Hold on, I'm just getting a picture. This one's fine. Oh, no, it's not fine. This one. All right. I fell down the rabbit hole. I always fall down rabbit holes. They're everywhere. But in this particular situation, I've gotten into the Epstein files. I haven't read them myself, but I've been watching a couple creators on YouTube talk about them and show what they found in them. And we're talking 6 million. There are 6 million pages of evidence on this guy. And there's actually a website where you can read his inbox as if you were him reading his emails. All of his emails are out there on a website that you can scroll through if you want to. There's a lot of emails. But there's a creator out there that's doing the work for us and summarizing what he's found every day. And what this guy has found is haunting and disgusting and terrifying. And we should all hope that he's okay and his wellness is okay, because he's bringing to light what, hundreds of hours of his work reading these things for us, because we're probably not going to do it. But basically what I'm saying is they're eating babies. They're totally eating babies. They are totally using adrenochrome. If you don't know what adrenochrome is, it's in the blood, and your body releases it when you are scared, when your adrenaline is running. And in order to get that state, you have to terrify someone, and it has to be someone young. Hello, Terry. This is a wacky conspiracy theory stream. So basically, what I'm seeing is that these elites, these people that are in power and money, are consuming blood or flesh of young kids / babies. So my question is, why? If they really are doing this, and it's all signs point to yes, why are they doing it? Is there enough scientific research to say that doing these things will keep you young? Or is it more on the satanic ritual side of doing these rituals in order to keep the fame, the fortune, and the power? Hello, Alvaro. Have fun, be safe, Terry. Hello, Fluff Nugget. Hey, Black Ice. Hello, Bud. We're talking about eating babies. Some people have been talking about this for years. A lot of them have been discredited as being crazy. Roseanne Barr is one of them. She's been saying that these people have been eating babies for years. However, it is hard to give her credibility because of her several mental illnesses. Don't get me wrong, I have mental illness, but her mental illness is a little bit more, could possibly produce maybe hallucinations. Like, I have depression, anxiety, but she's bipolar and she has dissociative identity disorder. So that's a little different. Do I believe Roseanne? I think so. I think she has seen, or I don't think she's seen it, but I think she knows because she was in the industry. And I think that she's probably heard things. There was this girl on Orange is the New Black. I forget her name. But she played like a meth head in prison on that show. And there's an interview of her. And they asked her about it. And she called it the golden juice. And they offered it to her. They offered it to other actresses on that show. And she said she didn't take it. And the people that she said she knew took it changed. Now, this could all be just craziness, right? It sounds like a movie, but sometimes movies have little truth to them, don't they? We talk about movies, we look at Stanley Kubrick's Eyes Wide Shut. Now, I think that was his last movie he made before he died, and they cut a lot of his movie out. And I'm thinking they took out all the flesh eating scenes. That's because why would you take out that much? I mean, that movie when it came out was really saying a lot without with the edits, right? But imagine what was edited out. He was basically trying to tell us, hey, this is what they do. They get together, they party, they have orgies, they do nefarious things behind closed doors. I'm sure baby's on the menu, man. And adrenochrome, blood, to stay young and beautiful and rich and powerful. What's happening here? How do you have a live without being live? Hi, Chrissy. It's just a picture. It's just green screen. They're not eating poop. They're eating babies, Randy. And Randy, I've been sharing this one guy's channel with some of my friends from chat. I should send it to you too, so you could follow down the rabbit hole with us. I won't name names of who I talk about conspiracy theories with, except one. I'll tell you one, because I don't want certain people here to think that I'm doing nefarious or malicious or sexual things with people behind the scenes, because I have been accused of that many times. But one person that's really into conspiracy theories that I do but I do, we basically just send each other memes of conspiracy theories. I mean, that's basically it. He sends me music videos sometimes, but mostly it's conspiracy theories, and that's Jack. I'm sure you guys know, like, Jen and Jack. Hi, Melody. Jack, if you guys didn't know, is really into conspiracy theories. And I would really love to have a panel with him and a couple other choice people that are sober and not drunk off their ass to talk about these things. But I don't think that'll ever happen. Hello, Mary. Mary, do you know that the rich and powerful are eating babies? Hello, Jazz Singh. Oh, well, I'm gonna call you Jazz, okay? I'm in a community of people on YouTube here that we're in like chat rooms and panels, and we've known each other for years, and we fight a lot. And there's a lot of rumors about me. But I appreciate the sentiment, and I agree with you. It shouldn't matter what people think if it's not true, right? That's good, Jazz. I'm glad you're sober. Some of the people that I talk to on here have the same kind of mindset as I do. But whenever I try to have a panel, they either don't show up or they show up drunk. So it's hard to have a realistic conversation that stays on topic. And right now, my biggest interest, as morbid as it might be, is these powerful elites and all the information that's coming out with the Epstein files, what's being released from them. There are journal entries of these young girls in there, and they wrote in code in their journals, and they cracked the code because it wasn't a very difficult code to read. But this person named names and said some horrible things about what they've been doing behind closed doors. Hi, Aaliyah. Welcome. Hi, kiddos. Basically, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Jeffrey Epstein was really into eugenics. And if you don't know what eugenics means, it's basically trying to create like a superior genetic line of humans by selective breeding, kind of like Hitler, you know. And he wanted his here's a wild one. This is a wild one. I don't know if I believe it, okay? But one of the theories, and I don't know, YouTube might take this video down, but one of the theories allegedly is that Jeffrey Epstein, because he wanted everyone to have his DNA, not have his babies, have his DNA. And that perhaps his DNA was in the thing they wanted us to take around 2020. I personally didn't take that. That's a whole other issue. But who's to say it wasn't in there? Did any of you guys check the ingredients of what was in that needle to know for sure? No. So who knows, you know? It's a wild theory, but Jeffrey Epstein's thing was he wanted his DNA out there. He wanted a superior race that was intelligent and had a long life, which I can understand that in a way, but the way they're going about it is terrible. And he was involved, and it's in the emails that you could read yourself from this website, with this guy that's a huge Bitcoin dude, and they were talking about human cloning. Human cloning. I wouldn't be surprised if it's already been done, but apparently they were working on it. Let me see what you guys are saying. Someone help me understand what's going on here. Hi, Carterly. This is my channel, and I go live sometimes and talk, but I don't go on live stream. I don't go on live because I just got out of bed, so I just show pictures. If this one's confusing you, let me just show you. I'll just put up a picture of my dog there. It's just a green screen without me in it, and I just talk to whoever shows up about what's on my mind. My partner is a scientist in bioinformatics with genome, DNA, RNA sequencing, so we can talk a lot about it. Oh, interesting. How do you feel about that theory that his DNA was injected into a whole bunch of people? You're boycotting Valentine's Day. Well, you have no video because I look like crap. Women look their best when they come out of bed, so you have nothing to be scared about. Oh, I've shown myself many times. I'm just not in the mood to right now. And I don't have a lot of time. So I just wanted to have a little short, quickie live stream. Yeah, I know, Mary. I've been with my partner for like 25 years, and we did a lot of different kind of Valentine's Day things, but we're not very romantic. We're not very, I don't know what the word is. We don't really care about Valentine's Day too much. Rich people can do anything with their money. Yeah, because money is power, and when you have billions of dollars, you basically have absolute power to do whatever you want. And what does absolute power do? Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And these people can have and do whatever they want, so they lose the, you know, like when you play a game and you use a cheat code, like let's say Sims or something, and you use a cheat code so you don't have to work for the goal. You can just, if you want $1 million or $1 billion, boom, you have it. And once you get done playing with all the things that you want to buy, it gets like, you lose interest. And I think that's what happens with really rich people. They get everything they want, and they're seeking something else. And some of them are so messed up that they go and seek some really awful shit just to feel something. Because everything's given to them. They don't have to work for it anymore. So, how boring. Today is Friday the 13th. We're talking about Valentine's Day. How about the fact that today is Friday the 13th? Come on, guys. It's Friday the 13th. Let's get weird. Titus, stop. He doesn't have to go in his crate. That's why they hunted John Leguizamo on the island in the movie The Pest. Oh, If you guys want to watch a movie that is on the same vein of what I'm talking about, watch the movie Blink Twice. It's with Channing Tatum. It's a good movie about a billionaire who invites a bunch of people onto an island. You guys should watch it. I told JC to watch it I don't know how many times. I don't think she ever did, but it's very fitting for these days with what's going on with the Epstein files. Come here and be quiet. I'm not superstitious either, but Friday the 13th doesn't come around that often. Just like a blood moon or whatever. Hi, baby. You juku boy. What do you want? I'm just happy it's Friday because that means I have the weekend off coming up and I can relax. And tonight I am not going to the gym after work because the gym closes early on Fridays. I don't know why. It's very dumb. But I went to the gym 3 times this week. 4 times. Because I went Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. There's going to be 3 of them in the row this year. What? A series of Lord of the Flies? That's interesting. Anyways, it's just a theory, but I do believe that they're eating babies. They use code words in all their emails, and I think someone decoded what the code words means. I saw something, I don't know if it's credible, but something along the lines of pizza means girl, hot dog means boy, cream cheese means young child or something like that. Because if you look the word cream cheese itself is mentioned in over 1,000 emails relating to Epstein. Now, who talks about cream cheese that much? No one. Even people that work in a cream cheese factory probably don't talk about cream cheese that much. It's a code word for some nefarious shit. What are you doing? On his island. What? What about on his island? I don't know if we'll ever have evidence to prove that they're drinking blood or eating human flesh. Did you see the video of that? I think she was a model, Gabriella something. In 2009, I think it was 2009, she was recorded leaving a hotel, a high-end hotel, screaming about how she saw them eating human flesh. And at that time, it just kind of looked like a crazy woman who was maybe on drugs. And then she disappeared, and nobody knows what happened to her. And guess why? Because she was telling the truth. Listen, why else would someone get silenced if they're talking nonsense? Because the nonsense is real, and they want them to shut up. She was also talking about underground tunnels. Sound familiar? Did you know that Epstein had a trap door in a building on his island? And you know where the trap door led? To the ocean. Why would anyone need a trap door that just went into the ocean? There's so much shit in those files, and even in the emails themselves, and in all the pictures. People that work at a cream cheese factory have a code word for cream cheese. Right, which proves it can't be people from a cream cheese factory. Their cream cheese code word's probably trafficking. Where is Epstein now? That's another really interesting question, because I watched a video where there's a lady who works in a morgue. I think she might have been a mortician, or she worked in a morgue. I don't remember. But she had credibility behind her. And she was analyzing this photo that was apparently taken of Jeffrey after he died. There's a video, or there's a photo out there going around that is of him dead. And she pointed out a lot of things that didn't add up to looking at a dead person. One of them being how pink his face was, which meant there's still blood flowing. One of them being that his mouth was closed, and usually when people die, the skin recedes even quickly after death, and your mouth is open. I don't remember what else she said, but there are theories saying that he's not dead. He's in hell. Hi, I'm a sister. He's dead, says Melody. Well, there's a lot of theories. Cannot confirm or deny any of them, but I can share with you the things I've been seeing and listening to, and it's all fucked. All of it, none of it's good. It's all negative, horrible shit. How did he die? That's a good question. Melody, how did he die? Anyone know? I have no idea. Was he strangled? Because if he was strangled, there'd be like petechiae, is that what they call it? The little tiny blood capillaries that kind of burst whenever you're strangled. Could be right, Tiff. There are a lot of theories concerning this. Well, last we knew he was in a jail cell, and then magically the cameras turned off, and nobody knows what happened, right? And then he hang himself or something. Some say he took his life, some say he was murdered. He had his fingers in all the pies, okay? This is all interconnected. He had a network. He was in everything, okay? Hollywood, the government, the Illuminati, for all we know. But maybe the Vatican, who knows? He had so many connections and would hook people up with whatever fucking weird shit they wanted. I don't think he was put into a witness group. If anything, he used his connections to get him out of jail so he didn't get killed. And he's hiding somewhere. Either that or he is dead. Hi, Jim. Good morning. Yeah, I'm talking about Epstein and how I'm pretty sure they were eating babies and drinking blood so they would get adrenochrome, which is supposed to help keep you youthful. He had a doctor on his payroll. Did you guys know this? He had an OBGYN on his payroll. Why would he do that? Why was he paying so much money to an OBGYN doctor? So, just ignore the bird. My parrot is jealous that I'm not talking to him. Some people say that he had the guy on payroll because of STDs, which, fair enough, okay. But also, an OBGYN specifically, because they were impregnating these girls, these young 13-year-old girls. And we have evidence of their journals, and they talk, one girl in particular talks about, she has sonogram pictures of the baby that they took that is no longer alive. Why would they do that? Today's your day, Randy. It's Friday the 13th. Anyways, I don't know what you guys think about all this, but I have an open mind to this because nothing surprises me with what humans are capable of doing. Humans are monsters. They can be. Human beings can be so evil. So when you tell me that the rich and powerful have parties where they torture and grape and consume human flesh and blood, I'm not even shocked. Not even shocked. Oh, anyways, here's my theory, and I want to put it out there before anyone else does, because I haven't heard this theory yet. I'm just taking one theory and another theory and mashing them together. I think they were trying to create some sort of a masterclass human. The old-fashioned way, not cloning, but having children with these young girls that they could control. And when they had the babies, if they didn't meet a certain criteria, genetically speaking, they would get rid of them by ingesting them because they were trying to create a master race. Does that sound far-fetched? I don't know, does it? The rejected babies that didn't make the cut were on the menu. No, the island of Dr. Moreau is, I mean, yeah, it was kind of a eugenics thing. He was trying to create a master human-animal hybrid species. But he didn't, like, off the mistake ones, right? Because in that movie, that girl that was, like, part cat was his prize, like, specimen. And all the other ones were, like, rejects, but he didn't take them out. He let them live. Anyways, that's just what I've been watching and listening to. So, you know, my headspace is pretty healthy. Also, I did get my hand pan, and I'll have to show you guys in a future meeting here. But as it stands, I have to go get ready for work. So, thanks for listening to my nonsense. Because at this point, that's all it is. It's just speculation and wild theories and things I've seen other people say. But you'll have to form your own opinions on all of this. But don't form your opinion until you're a little educated on it. Go and listen to what these people are saying. And then you can make up your own mind what's actually going on. Who was the first eugenics? Was it Hitler or was it before Hitler? I have no idea, Jim. But I gotta go. So you guys take care, be well. Thanks for listening to me blabber, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.